Okay, so looking at question 6 now, we've got a frequency diagram talking about if people drink coffee. So 500 people are asked if they drink coffee. 9/10 of those people say yes. 20% of the people who say yes drink at least 3 cups each day. Complete the frequency tree. So a lot of information that we're given to begin with, and we're given the frequency tree already with the yes and no's on each section. 500 people drink coffee. Some say yes, some say no. We know that 9/10 say yes. So our first thing we're going to need to work out is what 9/10 of 500 would be. 1/10 of 500 is going to be divided by 10, so 50. So it's actually going to be 9 lots of 50 for 9/10. 9 lots of 50 gives us 450. So we know that 450 people chose yes, which would then mean that 50 people would choose no to make the total up to 500. Moving on to the second part, where they drink at least 3 cups a day, we're told in the question that 20% of the people who say yes drink at least 3 cups each day. So we're going to have to work out 20% of 450. So I don't know what 20% is straight away, so I'm going to work out what 10% is, and then times it by 2 to get 20%. So 10% is divided by 10, so 10% is 45. Timesing it by 2 to get my 20% would give me 90. So I know that 20% of 450 is 90, so that 20% of the people that said that they drink at least 3 cups of coffee each day. So we're going to go up here to put our 90 in there. Then we need to work out what's going to go in there. 450, take away 90, which is going to be 360. And then we've completed our frequency tree. There's a part B to this question, where it says what fraction of the 500 people drink at least 3 cups of coffee each day. Give your answer in its simplest form. It's worth 2 marks. You're going to get 1 mark for writing the fraction down, and then the final mark for the simplest form. So we've got 90 people out of a possible 500 that drink at least 3 cups of coffee each day. So that would get me my first mark for my fraction. I then need to simplify this. We're looking for times tables that the numerator and the denominator are both in. They've both got a 0 on the end, so they're both going to be in the 10 times table. So I can divide everything by 10. So my numerator is going to become 9, my denominator is going to become 50. The only the only times table that 9 is in is 1 and 3 and 9, and 50 is not in any of those times tables. So that's as far as I can simplify it. So 9/50 is in its simplest form. I'm going to do question 7 while I'm here as well, because it's on the same page. So it says, by rounding each number to the nearest 10, estimate the answer to this. So rounding it to everything to the nearest 10, that's what's really testing you on, really. 61 to the nearest 10 is going to be 60, times 47 to the nearest 10 is going to be 50, and then 102 to the nearest 10 is going to be 100. Now we just need to work through this. So 60 times 50, ignore the zeros, do 6 times 5 is 30, and then put the zeros back on, and we're dividing by 100 still. Now we've got 3,000 divided by 100. How many hundreds go into 3,000? We could think the 2 zeros on the end, if we got rid of those, we'd end up with 30. So the answer there would be 30.